Hello? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another CreamCatCorner stream. Yeah, we're back. We're back in Kingdom New Lands, tying up some loose ends, and okay, here's the plan. If I die on the Skull Island, I will change into the Kingdom 2 Crowns game and we'll see how it goes from there. But for now, we are gonna try our damn best to try and finish this island if possible. If I'm not mistaken, the last time we played this, we managed to destroy two of the portals on both sides. Is it two portals on both sides or two portals in total? Even I don't remember what happened. I have such a short-term memory that I don't remember half of the things that happened. So anyway, we are gonna try. We're gonna try our damn best. That's all. So let's get into the game. Why don't we? I do remember that I need to do this to keep on freezing the sand wait, what? Hourglass dude statue. But first, let me see what kind of progress we have. Okay, you know what? Yeah, clear up this forest, please. Okay, we have one more. Okay, one more. So we did destroy two portals each. Okay, so we just need to destroy one more portals, that's all. Okay. One more portal on each side. Totally doable. But we'll just see how it goes. No, I'm gonna do this. Oof. Sorry. Do any of y'all want to give me money? Nothing, huh? Okay, whatever. Oof, I forgot. I need to go into the camp and hire more people. Okay. Let's just Oh god. Sometimes I don't remember what's gonna happen in the game. We do have the baker. You have anything to give me? Yes, you do. Nope. I keep on forgetting to keep on freezing the statue. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We are still safe within our walls. Okay, that's weird. Why is it saving? Okay, what about the people on this side? Do you guys do have money to give me? Nice. Okay, this side, I am gonna do this. Expand. Expand as much as possible. And I also need to do this. Man, having the Archer's statue, Archer's buff, really does give us an edge. Okay. I'm gonna scout the area. Okay, we have... Okay, now it's coming back to me. So we only need to destroy one more portals and we're good. Okay. Okay. Here's the plan. I gonna need to hire a little bit more people because I need... Wait. Because I need to get more people on the Arches Tower. Okay. Totally doable. Okay, we have this guy and this guy. Let's get more bows. Okay, so far we are good. Question mark. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I need to do this. I keep on forgetting to do it. Nothing. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, so the field is still growing, so that's why the people on this side didn't have a lot of money. Understandable, but could have been better actually, but yeah. Okay, let's go have a look at the other side of the camp. Or before we do that, you know what? Yeah, let's go have a look there first. It's still early in the morning. Okay, so the people on this side are generating a lot of money. And we still need to clear up this forest. Okay. Man, we are on day 31. Oh snap. Oh snap. Okay. Okay, I don't have money. Y'all better get back inside. It's Blood Moon Night. Everyone, be careful. I need to get as much fun as possible. Okay, I still need to do something about the Archer's Tower. Okay, this is extremely weird. Okay, I hear it. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Yes. Yes, queen. Oh gosh. No. No. Okay. Okay, we did lose some manpower. Okay, I'm panicking. You go back into the... Okay, no need to panic. We must approach this level-headed. Okay, here's the plan. Go into the kingdom. I'm sure there's people that we can hire in our kingdom right now. And there it is. Okay. Okay, this is good. At least we have some sort of progress. Okay. I'm still trying to process what just happened. But first thing first, I need to do this. And let's see what kind of things happen on this side. Okay, they are starting to earning their keep. Okay, I'm just gonna let the dude go into our walls first before we do hire them. Can we hire anyone? No, we can't. Okay. Oh, you. That's a lot of money, actually. Too much. Hello, Vigor. Hello. Welcome back. How are you? How's your day? Or I should say night, huh? You're good? Nice. As for me, I'm also good. If I'm not good, I'm not gonna stream. But I do feel a little bit overwhelmed and tired lately. There's so many things happening. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it step by step. Man, going from one side to another is very time consuming. Okay, we have 3 people there, so that should be good. What I'm more worried about is this statue, and we are already on day 33. Okay, and we only have to destroy 2 mini portals on both sides and 2 big portals on both sides. And as the day goes by, things are gonna get more stronger and stronger. You know what? You know what? Let's open this. Whoa. Yeah, let's open a portal here. Just in case, just in case. The more option we have, the better. Come on, I want to teleport. Okay, let's, oh gosh, okay, wait. Okay, okay. That's not where I want it to be, but that's good enough. Can you imagine the structure of this bridge and how it's gonna be compromised? It's a wooden bridge, and then the structure that we have is of a stone arch. It's not even an arch, it's a circle. Okay. Let's... oh gosh. Okay. No need to panic. We are on day 35. Sorry, 34. And our horse is getting a little bit tired there. Okay, I think we need to expand a little bit here. We need to have some sort of progress. Ooh, I forgot about this. Come on, where is the builder? I'm getting so anxious. Okay, this is good, this is good. First thing first, at least have the first level of stone wall built. Oh my god, it's only one? Yo, okay. And it's already nighttime. You know what? Fuck it. If we don't do this, I don't think we're gonna survive the night. Okay. Okay, that's good, that's good. Whew. We have 2 arches tower. Okay. And see if there's any more people that we can hire in our kingdom, and then... Okay, there is 2 people. Okay, we should be fine right now. We have the archer's buff. That is good. Oof. Man, I'm getting nervous. Especially with how things are progressing. I shouldn't be, but I am. I am nervous. Okay, let's do this. Okay, speaking of this side, I'm also gonna expand on this area. Maybe this? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Where's the damn builders? Why are they sitting so far in between? Okay. The seasons are changing very rapidly. Come on, come on. Okay, so far so good. Come on, pick that coin up, please. And it's already nighttime. Is it just me, or is the day progression becoming quicker and quicker? I don't think it's just me, right? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go into the kingdom, get more archers. Ooh, and we can hire more people too. We have a lot of money. Okay. Okay, day 36. I am gonna screw myself if I don't have any sort of savings if we were to survive in the winter. Okay. Is it that far away to send my knights? Okay, it's very far away. Very far away. Actually, yeah. It's too far away. Although it's totally doable. Hmm. Okay, here's the plan. I am gonna freeze the statue first, and then we go back to the left side and then send all our troops to destroy the portals there. And then we go back into our kingdom and hire more people. And then, oh gosh, I don't know. Okay, yeah. First thing first, do this. Freeze the statue first. Wait. Oof, no. Did I? Oh gosh, I need to turn back around. This, oh my god. Okay, the hourglass is less than half. Okay, we need to pick up our pace. I am scared. I am officially scared right now. Because if I'm not mistaken, from what Santa just said in the previous stream, is that if the hourglass is fully emptied out, we are gonna have a bad time, and I think it's automatically a game over. But let's just see how it goes. Okay, let's execute our plan. My knights, go! Okay, phew! I actually need money. Hello? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Can I? Okay, I can destroy this. Okay, let's expand while we are sending our knights in. Let's have as much progress as possible. Man, I'm scared. Okay, okay, that went very quickly. I didn't expect it to be that quick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go see the tower. Sorry, not tower. Arches Tower. Do we have enough people? Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna need people here. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, what happened to our knight? Why are they so slow? Okay. Okay, you guys can survive this, right? Okay, I believe in you guys. Oh, although... Okay, destroy that first. Destroy the flying monsters first! Okay, whew. I was a little bit worried, to be honest. A little bit. More like a lot. And now on the left side, I only have to destroy the big portal. That's it. Oof, okay. And then let's get on to stopping the hourglass. Man, the hourglass is so far away. It's taking me like half a day. Oh, you snap. Okay, so far so good. Status report, everything's good. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna need to do this. Okay, and let's see just how far away. Okay, it's not far away. Okay. It's not that far away. And here's the plan. Oh gosh, okay. Why? This. 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 Whew, okay, relax, relax. Everyone, have a drink of water. Stay hydrated. Okay, now immediately send the knights. Oof. Ooh, almost day 40. Okay, I have less 40 days. Sorry, not 40 days. I have 10 days actually to destroy both portals on both sides. Whoops, I don't want to be in here. Okay, nice. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oof. Wait. I keep on forgetting which portal is which. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here until this statue is unfrozen. And then freeze back. Okay. Freeze it back. And then go back into our castle wall. Do we even have enough time to get into the... No, I don't think we have. To get into the archer's statue. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give you some money. In fact, I'm gonna give you a lot. I'm quite surprised you are still out and about, given that, given our situation here. Oh, snap. Okay. Whew. Thank goodness. Thank goodness the archers. Woo! Oh, nice. Okay, okay. Okay, here's the thing. Should anything happen... Okay, it's day 40. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna send in my knights. I know this is gonna be highly, how should I say this? Highly, not controversial, highly risky. That's the word that I'm looking for. But I think we're gonna be fine. I think we are gonna be fine. You know what? No, 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 no. Is it gonna be a suicide mission? I don't know. The only way to know is by doing it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, first portal down. First big portal down. Okay. Okay. I don't have to worry about things on the left side for the next 3 days. So we are on day 40. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Okay, and then let's... Okay, this is... There's no blood moon? I'm still gonna try and hire as much archers as possible. Why are the archers going on to the left side? We don't need people on the left side. Okay, freeze the statue first, and then we can send our knights to destroy the next portal, which is on the right side. You know what? I'm just gonna send them. Yeah, let's send them. Why the hell not? Okay. Whew. We have 3 knights here, so it's not gonna be as strong as those that are on the left side. But we should be able to fight. We should be able to fight here. Okay. Here it goes. Here it goes. We have to support the knights too, should anything happen. We are on day 41, so it's in... Okay, it's still within 1 or 2 days. I think we did it. I think we did it. Yay! Yay! Okay. Whew. Day 41. Yo. Okay. We managed to get through day 41. Yo. Okay, we won. I never thought we're gonna win. So that's something. And within 1 hour too. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the second island here, and then I'm gonna try and survive as long as possible. Congratulations. Well, thank you, Nero. Thank you. I never doubted for a moment. Not the many times that I said, oh gosh, if I'm gonna make it or not this night. And we have to start from scratch on this island. Let's get one of those. One of this. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Okay, our goal in this island is to just survive. Survive as long as possible. Which is quite difficult because we don't have a lot of manpower with us right now. I'm not sure if this is the ballista or the baker. Man, it's still too early to end the stream. Huh, okay. Man, the Baker really carry us in that final Skull Island. If I didn't have that, I don't think I'm gonna survive. The ability to um, get people from the settlement into our camp or kingdom is so OP. I feel sad now that I don't have the Baker now. Okay, how do you have money, that much money already? I actually have a lot of okay, Warhorse. Interesting. Okay. Okay. One monster? Totally doable. I still don't... Okay. I was just gonna say, I don't see any stone altar. The knight statue. I don't think I'm gonna need a knight statue. I do need this. The treasure chest can stay there as an emergency fund. Okay, that's oh gosh, I ran out of word. My brain is still recovering from the success of the Skull Island. Okay, we still need more people actually. And given that we still have one hermit house in this island, I'm gonna guess that that is the... I think it's the ballista. I don't know. Because I don't think the Beaker is gonna be this early in the game. Sorry, not the game. This early in the um um this early island. That's the word. I wonder what happened to me. I can't speak. I know what's happening with me. My brain is basically going on overtime. Have I told you that the last 3 days? I don't know. The last 3 days I've been only having not 3 hours sleep each. Why do you have a lot of money? That's concerning. Yeah, I've been having 3 hours of sleep each day because there's a lot of things that I need to prep and a lot of things I need to do. So little time. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Dude, why are you going that way? We have a monster infestation on this side and you need a buddy, huh? Whatever. You can have a little bit of fraternization, but not anymore in the next day, okay? Okay, please tell me it's something. It's the baker! Yo, okay. Okay, the baker this early. Okay, I'm not worried anymore. Okay, that's okay. Thank you for dropping in, Nero. Okay. We already have the stone altar upgraded. Okay. I'm not worried anymore. Now we just have to survive. Actually, I'm gonna ask the builder to destroy this side of the forest. Okay, this is good. This is good. The next upgrade that we should do is... Wait, I thought I hired 2 builders. Where is the other one? Hello? Hmm. Nice. Trick shot. Whoops. We should be in the clear, so let's just go. I'm just gonna let this guy do its work for a bit. Man, do I not have any people? I think I did. Then what happened? Okay. It's gonna be a little bit slow, but... You know what? No, I'm not gonna venture out for right now. Okay, now that we have a stone wall, I just need the builder to crack on. I keep on forgetting that I need a lot of money. Okay, we are on day 5. Okay. Now we can hire the baker to do its job. Granny? No. Why are you sitting outside? Oh no. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. I'm sorry, but you need to go. I need to protect Granny. Because I am most probably gonna take Granny to the other side. Sorry, not the other side, to the other island. If possible. And I don't want to lose Granny this early. Plus, we have the unicorn to give us a source of income. I'm still waiting for people to flock into our kingdom. And here's our first citizen. Hello and welcome. Good sir. Pick up a bow and defend the kingdom. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hire you. And we got some builders. And now we just sit here, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Oof, oof. Come on, don't miss. Okay. Our rank, sorry, not rank, our army is getting bigger and bigger with each passing day, so that's good. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, merchant. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, we have a lot of rabbits. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the kingdom for now. Yeah, I should do this. expand. Uh-oh. It's a blood moon night. Can I survive? Okay. I'm sure we'll survive. I'm sure of it. Nice. The first stone wall has been erected. Now we just have to wait, actually. Okay, okay. There's not a lot of action, huh? In these early islands. I'm just gonna clear up this side of the island. Okay. Now that we have a lot of clearings, we just have to wait for grass to grow and for bunnies to come out. No, no, no. Keep the money, please. We still have a lot to do. You know what? Yeah, let's expand as much as possible. Hello? Why are you walking, sir? We need more people on the double. That goes for you too, sir. Come on, chop chop. Nice. The people on the left side already do their work. We are on the second island, right? Yeah, I am. Wait, what? Oh, I just realized something. That my insignia here shows that we on the bottom here. Aha. Does this mean that I've already got achievement from destroying or completing the Skull Island? Interesting. I think that's new. Okay, so far so good. Everything should be fine right now. I'm not worried, so I'm just gonna keep quiet. Ooh. I know keeping quiet is a big no-no in the streaming scene. So but I don't know. You know what? Let's talk. So, what should we talk? There's so many things, but I don't know which one to focus on. Yeah, let's talk about my plan after this. Yeah, I am gonna after this, after I finish Kingdom New Land, I am gonna focus on a new game, which is Kingdom 2 Crowns, and we'll see how it goes from there. Yo, okay. You can keep that money for now. Yeah, I'm gonna play Kingdom 2 Crowns on Monday morning or Sunday night time slot. And then on this time slot, I'm gonna play. I don't know. I'm gonna look into some new games. So if you have any game recommendation, do let me know in the comments below, or if you are in the Twitch chat, do let me know there. I always read each of the comments or chat, and yeah, that's the best way for you guys to give me any kind of recommendation. Other than that, I don't know what else. On Friday, on Friday night, Friday morning, I am gonna play more of Dead Cells and see if we can make any kind of progress. And on Sunday I'm gonna play more Hades, and that's that. So far, that's a good plan. I actually have a lot of things that I plan out for my stream, but I don't have the resources for it right now. So that's gonna be just on the to-do list for now. But sooner or later I am gonna try and do something. I was planning on doing it before October or before November last year, but as I said before, I don't have the necessary resources for it, so that got delayed. But I am still gonna try and do it before the 1 year anniversary of the stream of my channel. So we'll see how it is. I mean, I do have some sort of customization plan on things, what to do and what not to do on my stream. There's a lot of things that I need to do on this stream actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, one step at a time. And look at how many armies we already have. The monsters don't even stand a chance. Okay, it's already day 10. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save my money in the coffers to to let it be used up in the coming rainy days. Okay. I actually have a lot of money right now. So yeah, let's save some in the coffers. And I think we still have the treasure chest on both sides of the island, so yeah, I'm not that worried. Dang, already full with money. Hello Santa, hello, welcome back. I did it! I did finish the Skull Island on day 41. I am so proud. And immediately after I finish that island, my brain is turned into mush and I can barely talk. Now I'm just trying to get the survive more than 50 days achievement, and we'll see how it goes. I am currently in the second island and I have to start from scratch, so I'm slowly building up my army. Thank goodness for the Baker. The Baker is the real MVP. I don't think I can function anymore without her help. You know, I think we have a lot of archers for now, so let's hire two more builders. Okay. I don't think we need any more. Oh right, I forgot. I need to what do you call Activate the arches buff statue, which should be around here. Gonna wait my way up to 100 days. Yeah, I'm gonna try. But I think that is gonna be off stream because after this stream today, I'm gonna focus on Kingdom New Land. Sorry, not Kingdom New Land. Kingdom Two Crowns, and let's see how I fare into that game. Man, we already we already rich. Okay. Since we have an excess of money, I'm gonna keep it a bit in our coffers. We still have an excess. Sometimes I'm worried because the archers keep on doing their mass migration from one side to the other. Ooh, nice. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I actually haven't not on stream, that is. I haven't tried using the armor. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it or not. Okay, so far things are going smoothly, so I'm not worried yet. I'm not worried yet. I know I should be expanding, but at the same time, I think we are doing okay right now. Okay, it's a blood moon night. It's day 12. Okay, let the villagers come into our kingdom. Because that way they are running into our kingdom instead of walking. Yeah, the one thing I like about the baker is that it calls the villagers outside our kingdom and they are running. That's the best thing. Okay, okay, you guys have a lot of coins. So much so that I need I need to I need a way to store. Okay, after this, I'm gonna keep all of my money in the coffers, kingdom coffers. Okay, now that the bows have all finished, I'm gonna focus on hiring knights on both sides first, and I'm out of money. Um, that's okay, we are on a unicorn, so we should be fine. Yeah. Man. See, our coin purse are already full. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, nice. Hello? Do you not want any coin? Ooh, that's a lot of coin. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And also this. We do need at least 4 builders. Whoops. We need 4 builders because we need to get some catapults. Okay, this guy is gonna be the knight. Okay, okay, this is good, this is good. Then we get 4 builders. Okay, I need to remember that after the archers are attached to a knight, they are not functioning as hunters anymore. At least that's what I understand from this. But that's not a problem. We have a lot of archers right now. Okay, Santa just confirmed it. Gotta keep the archers number high before spamming knights. Okay. Yeah, in my case, yeah, we do have a lot of archers. Can you just imagine? We are on day 14 and we already have this many people. Bear in mind, I started from scratch, from 0. The only thing that I bring with me is a bag full of coins. That's it. I got lucky because of the baker. If I didn't have the baker, I am screwed. We have a lot of coins, so why not? Why not give? Yeah, the baker is pretty much essential when going for high day count. Yes. Okay, now I just need to get more people to become a builder so that we can at least have 2 catapults ready. And afterwards, I'm gonna send in my knights to destroy one of the portals. Okay, we have a lot, we already have the number of people to become builders. And now I'm gonna do this. Let's keep on hiring more archers. And now it's just a waiting game, actually. It is almost nighttime. It's already nighttime. So let's collect all of the profits that we got from the arches. Ooh, nice. I always love the catapult. And let's send the knights out. Same goes to this side. Let's go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go get the archer's buff, and we're pretty much done. It is a pretty much long journey for our knights. I hope they make it. Okay, I still don't understand what is the function of the knight's statue. I mean, I do understand, I've tried it, but I don't like it. It changed the knight's behavior. Maybe I don't know how to fully utilize it. Oh snap. Already? Yo. The knights on the left side are doing work. Okay, now we just have to support the knights. You're not a fan of it either, Santa? I know, right? It cost me one of the run because I upgraded the knight statue. And I thought I'm the only one. That had it happen. Okay, so that's it. That's the only portal on the right side. So I'm not that worried here. Then again, this is the second island. This is like one of the baby island. Okay, I know that as the days get... What? Okay. As the day gets longer, it's gonna start snowing. I know that much, but what I don't know is that will it change will it change how many rabbits gonna spawn, or is it gonna be the same? Because if it's gonna change how many rabbits are gonna spawn, then I might need a farmer. But if it's not gonna change any of the rabbits spawn, I'm just gonna let it just gonna let it flow like usual. Okay, so okay. All the income will die in the winter. Aha. Okay. So the coffers are basically the last source of income as the days get longer. I see. Okay. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna send in my knights again. Why the hell not? Only things that remains are the banker's interest rate and the merchant if he's still on that island. We'll keep bringing like one. Okay, I've I've destroyed the merchant. Oops, I've destroyed the merchant campsite, so I don't think he's gonna come to our island anymore. But that's interesting. I didn't know that the bankers have an interest rate. Interesting. Oops. Oof. Okay, this is the big portal. It's something like 3 to 5% a day, up to 100 coins. Then it stops growing. Aha. Okay. I really didn't know about that interest rate thingy. Okay, now we at least have a few days of rest from the monster's attack. I was I was just thinking, why is there still a blood moon effect if there's no portal? And then it transitioned into a normal color scheme. And we are now on day 18. Day 18. That's a long way to go for a 100-day challenge. So I don't see the benefits of having a farmer on my island right now. And I still don't know how the farmer things work. Why are you guys not going outside to hunt? Hello? I was scared, thinking, is that a monster? No, it's just normal citizen coming into our kingdom. I should keep on expanding, huh? I mean, we have a lot of time, so why not? Okay, let's do this. Keep on expanding. Expand, expand, expand. Man, this island is gonna be a barren wasteland after I'm done. There's not gonna be any forest left. Like a true capitalist would, right? Destroy all of this for the sake of profits. Biodiversity? I don't know her. Okay, so yeah, well they are here, right? Yeah, I should just keep on destroying this forest. Why not? My strategy is very different to yours, Santa. Yeah. Your strategy is to preserve as much forest as possible, right? I don't know. I just love a true capitalist till the end. I love destroying forest. In game, that is. IRL, I'm a very much a nature person. I don't I don't like I don't like crowded places actually. I would get so overwhelmed so quickly and my social battery would die flat. It will flat out die. I mean, if the forests are gonna die either way in the winter, why the hell not? Man, I can't wait for Kingdom 80s to come out. That sounds like a very fun setting to play in. Okay, we have a ton of arches right now, so I'm not that worried. Yeah, I'm not worried right now. I wonder if the big portal on the left already fixed itself or not. You know what, let's go. I was thinking of hiring this, but we already did it, so let's just go. Okay, the portal is still broken, so that's nice. "80 days more to go." So I think in that time we would amass a lot of people in our army. Even for 20 days we have a lot of people. Let's try to hoard as much money as possible. Oh right, yeah, I'm gonna need builders too. because I want to at least fix the ship. Ooh, that's a lot of coins. I don't want to be on day 100 where I don't have a reliable source of income and then have to panic about whether or not I have enough resources to fix the ship. Okay. Okay, and then after this guy, pick up this bow. I'm gonna create 3 more archers, sorry, 3 more builders, so that each of them can work on the ship. Okay, so the portal is fixed. And they are back with a vengeance. But you're no match for me. Yo, okay. Man, they have a lot of money. And just like that, the ship is almost fixed. And I think that's it. That's it for me today, actually. Okay, let's wait for this guy to pick up the hammer. And then we'll end the stream. Okay, let's let the monsters fix. Sorry, not fix. Do their job. You don't stand a chance. Okay, after I destroyed this big portal for the second time, I'm just gonna sign off for the day. That way, when I start the next stream, I can move on from this game knowing I did as much as I can. Day 23. Uh-oh. Keep on shooting. Keep on shooting, guys. Come on. Look at the deer. The deer was just spawning in and out of that portal. I am easily entertained. Is it just me, or are they taking a very long time to be destroyed, this portal? It doesn't show any sign of breaking either. Okay. Okay. It's just taking a long time. Wait, what? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna end the stream right here. After I reach my castle wall, we'll end the stream. And let's get the final dog. Hello, cat. Hello. I was just gonna end the stream, but thank you for dropping by. How are you, by the way? You good? Oh gosh, okay, that's a lot of coin. You're even more sad now. Oh no. But I have stuff to do, cat. I'm sorry. Uh You were already crying and now you're gonna cry more. Oh no, why were you crying? Today just isn't a good day. Oh, okay. You can't make anyone happy. But can we ever make anyone happy though? That's the thing. I know I'm a disappointment to everyone. So yeah, the thing is, yeah, you can't make anyone happy. You just can't. I learned that the hard way. So yeah, I hope that you are taking care of yourself first and foremost. And I hope that one day, I know today is gonna be a very sad day for you, but I hope the next or the following day is gonna be happier for you. Well, you only care about others, not about yourself. Well, that's not a very healthy way to take care of yourself then, Kat. You need to take care of yourself too. Happiness lies in your own hand. So yeah, I know, I've had down days. God, believe me, I had my down days. And yeah, sometimes it's just hard. But yeah, we take things step by step. Even though most people in around me don't like me to take things step by step. They would prefer me to run. But I know my limits. I know what my capabilities are. As long as there's an improvement each day, that's all that matters. I really do hope that things would get easier for you, Kat. I know it's difficult some days, but I think that's just life. Ooh. Okay, my horse is tired. Keep on forgetting to feed the horse. Okay, we have a lot of money in the coffers, so I'm not worried about the state of my kingdom. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for me for Kingdom New Land. So, after playing this game for like on and off for like, I want to say 6 months, we finally defeat the game. We defeated the 5th island, we defeated the Skull Island. There's a few achievements that we didn't unlock yet, but I think that's something that I need to do off stream, or maybe if I had the chance, I would do a stream marathon. Here's the plan. If I manage to get I think it's affiliate. Yeah, I think it's affiliate. If I manage to get affiliate, then I would do a stream marathon. But until then, yeah, I have stuff to do actually after this. Man, the people around me are very aggressive and they need stuff done ASAP. And it's hard. I'm not to be honest, I'm not a quick worker. Plus my anxiety make things a little bit more difficult for me because I need to make sure that I didn't mess things up. Even just now, someone just texted me and saying they need to discuss something with me, and that just threw my anxiety through the roof. How to give people anxiety in one easy step. Give them a message saying we need to discuss something. Oh gosh, okay, that's it. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun playing this game. Even though I play this on and off on stream. But so far I had a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you are watching this on YouTube, hello and welcome. Thank you for watching. If you have any kind of feedbacks or game recommendation, do let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really do help me. But other than that, yeah, I don't have anything more to do in this game for now. Other than wait. We are on day 26. So yeah, I'm gonna quit, save and quit. That's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and tomorrow, or depending on where you're from, it's gonna be the next day, which is Friday morning, Eastern Standard Time, Friday night, UTC +8, I'm gonna play again Dead Cells, and I didn't have any kind of progress in that game, but I'm determined to see just how far I can push that game, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye.